end of the Fast saga is near, and after 9 installments so far, we're impatiently waiting for the two-part finale, Fast and Furious 10 and 11. But today, we're gonna shift our focus on the 10th movie from the franchise and how some clues from the last installment might leave us something to go on for the next movie in line. Some theories which might be crazy, but very much true. Justice for Han. Like most major franchises in the movie industry nowadays, the F9 The Fast Saga had its post-credit scene in which Jason Statham's Deckard Shaw character, the man who tried unsuccessfully to kill Han in Furious 7, gets confronted by Han himself. The scene ends without any of the two having the chance to speak, however, the implication is clear. Han is here to claim justice for the crimes Deckard committed against him in the past. The 9th installment of the franchise does a very good job of bringing Han back in the mix, not only that, but him being a central character to the story once again. However, his justice has not yet been given to him, just as fans have been asking for so long. By having him confront Shaw in the final moments of the movie, it seems like the next movie will tell his unfinished story. Whether or not his feud with Shaw will wrap up in a way that satisfies the fans remains to be seen, but it's a sure thing that the upcoming movie will at least address their conflict head-on. Some fans are even speculating that the two characters could be the leads in a new spin-off movie, something from the likes of the Hobbs and Shaw movie, expanding their story even further, while also giving the franchise's finale more breathing room for other events. JAKOB joining the family.
If he hadn't, I'd have spent my entire life in your shadow.
By the end of F9, Dom and JAKOB make amends for their past transgressions and seem to re-accept each other as brothers. However, because of JAKOB's global crimes, even murder among them, and trying to take every computer system on the planet, they can't remain together. The final moments of the movie show that Toretto family is broken yet again, with JAKOB driving off into the sunset and living a life of running from the law. This goes to show that his story is far from over, and the finale of the saga will definitely put focus on his character, with him playing a big role and eventually properly joining the family. Most of the franchise's main characters have been wanted fugitives at one time or another, and since Deckard's crimes towards Dom and the crew have seemingly been forgiven, it seems like no transgression is unforgiven in the Fast universe. His character will be one to keep an eye on, as he'll play a crucial role in the upcoming events of the Fast saga, especially with CIPHER on the loose.
I will stop you. And that's my promise.
CIPHER a villain once again?
Life, you pushed yourself to be faster than Dom, smarter than...
While we're at CIPHER, sometime between the fate of the Furious and F9 The Fast Saga, she is apprehended by Mr. Nobody, with JAKOB busting her out afterward at the beginning of F9 The Fast Saga. The end of the movie sees her at large yet again. This put together with the climax the franchise is setting itself up, it makes a lot of sense for the series to keep CIPHER around as Thanos-esque main villain of the universe. The next movie will probably see CIPHER pursuing some other world-endangering scheme, prompting Dom and his crew to stop her once again. This time hopefully once and for all. It's also possible for her to come straight for the Fast family directly as a form of payback for the numerous times they have meddled with her evil plans. All in all, she'll be a major threat and one of the characters who will play a very big role in the upcoming finale of the series.
That sort of turned on at the same time.
This would be the moment where the villain has an unexpected setback.
Mr. Nobody's return.
Mr. Toretto, I'm here on the recommendation of a mutual friend of ours, Mr. Hobbs.
In the F9 The Fast Saga, we saw Kurt Russell's return as Mr. Nobody, but only for a few brief moments, including one in which he recorded an SOS message for Dom and the crew, with him nowhere to be seen at the crash site of his plane, and that was the last of him. The most reasonable explanation would be for him to be dead, and that may indeed be the case. However, him being part of a secret agent in one of the most ludicrous franchises Hollywood has ever, it's very unlikely that this is the case. It seems more of a situation that Mr. Nobody is watching everything unfold from the background and waiting for the right moment to make his return. If the next two movies announced are as climactic as the crew and cast members have said, it seems like he'll be back to battle against CIPHER and the forces of evil that come with her. Or maybe his rescue will be the thing that gets Dom and his crew back in action one more time, going all out. Tokyo Drift Cruise return.
With what, huh? Your skateboard?
We think that we can all agree that the Tokyo Drift movie has been the odd one out in the franchise, starring characters who, other than Han, have never been important to the overall story of the franchise. The 9th installment, however, changes that and brings back Sean, Twinkie, and Earl as a team of experimental mechanics and officially becoming part of the family in the final scenes of the movie. These characters have not been quite as compelling and as complex as the other main characters in the Tokyo Drift movie, but as supporting characters bent on constructing the most ludicrous cars imaginable, they sure are. If the Tokyo crew is to return to the two-part finale of the franchise, which as it stands right now seems very likely, they could be one of the key elements to the story, bringing with them an even crazier and even sillier action set piece. And we can say this because they're the shadow organization when Mr. Nobody's not here, and knowing that they've been the best version of themselves in the F9 The Fast Saga, bringing them back in the next movie will definitely be a movie of many fun possibilities. The Brian Factor.
What the hell is that all about?
A business deal that went sour. Plus, I made the mistake of sleeping with his sister.
The only fitting way for the franchise's end would definitely be if Brian is there. However, Paul Walker's death saw his character effectively written out of the Fast and Furious franchise. The series has done an admirable job of paying respect to the star. The last movie even ends with the same trend, a closing shot of his signature blue Nissan Skyline. References and off-screen homages will be the most Brian will get for the rest of the series, out of respect for Walker and his character not being recast. On the other hand, it seems like a challenge for the end of the franchise to happen without him being brought back. In all likelihood, he'll continue to have a narrative role in the two upcoming movies, but one that will probably still refrain from any actual face time. The Fast Saga has been one to do one hell of a good job of paying tribute to Walker while also incorporating bits of Brian's character, and it should be interesting to see how the character plays out in the last two films. We think that we'd be talking for each and every one of you when we say that we'd like to see Brian in some shape or form right there on the stage with everyone else beside him. One of the characters who started it all together with Dom, and it would only be a fitting end for the series if it ends with the two together yet again.
Hey, thought you could leave without saying goodbye.
On a related note, tell us down in the comments below what would you like to see in the upcoming Fast and Furious movie, and which of these theories would you say is most likely one to happen. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.